Hello there, everybody! This is AzumangaDiohFan speaking, and I'm back with another commentary. So, has anyone ever heard of a commentator called CsBob447? Well, if you haven't, I'll put a link in the description to his channel. Anyway, the reason why I bring him up is because today I'm commentating on this commentary by the Orion broadcast on CsBob447's one-shot on ConfusedMatthew. And yes, his username does sound like a ripoff of Savage Broadcast, doesn't it? Well, I'll keep this short and simple, so let's go ahead and start the video.
Hello, this is the Orion broadcast, and I'm...
Wait, okay, I know we're only like 3 seconds into the video, and this is kind of a minor issue for me to comment on, but what the hell is that? Is it an alligator serpent? An elephant with no tusks? I mean, this is really distracting. In fact, I'm gonna put something else up that I can at least recognize for this guy's alternate avatar.
I'm gonna be commentating on a one-shot commentary done on me from my Orion Sagan account, which is closed, and recently I've closed my Sirius Sagan and Mr. Orion Sagan accounts.
Well, good for you, sir.
And just have this one currently. And this user is CsBob447. He has made a one-shot commentary on me, jokingly titled, ConfusedMatthew is the devil, ! I now realize it was a joke, but at first I thought that he was assuming that I was believing ConfusedMatthew was Satan. But I was just making sure. So don't say that I think ConfusedMatthew is Satan, because that has zero basis in reality if you were to say that. Because I don't believe in Satan. I regard that as a forced fantasy. And plus, ConfusedMatthew is not the worst person I've ever known of. Not by a long shot. Just to let you know. And here is CsBob447's one-shot commentary.
Okay, I made 3 one-shots in a row, and all the
Created by Rich Video Converter, unregistered version, www.richmediasoft.com. Blocking important messages from ducks since 1985.
Not over a trilogy.
Wow, CsBob447. I don't like the word butthurt because it's trolling. That makes you look like a troll, so don't use that word. It's not nice. Just to let you know, I first heard it being used by trolls just to get attention, and this is not over it trilogy. Well, I have a reason why I'm not over it. It's because the person that I'm supposedly not over it with isn't really over what he's doing that's making me upset. But we're going to see my real face, which has some clarification to some straw man to some degree, which we'll see.
Hi, this is Orion Sagan here, and this...
Please keep your eyeballs away from the camera. As a fellow female, I'm kind of creeped out by it. And I don't often say that.
Godzilla 12's dogmatic hatred of the Lion King. It isn't because they don't like the Lion King. They're entitled to not like the Lion King. It is because of their arguments and making videos filled with untruths and responding with apologetics, creating more untruths that deliberately ignore the evidence against them.
That was my real face.
Just in case if you were retarded.
Talking about why I'm against ConfusedMatthew's anti-Lion King beliefs on my now closed Orion Sagan account.
Yeah, not interested. Skip!
Okay, 3 things. 1, ConfusedMatthew review of The Lion King. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you in on a little secret. 4 years ago! That review was made over 4 years ago, and nobody even gives a crap about that review or ConfusedMatthew for years. So... because he hasn't really listened to the criticism that he's gotten, so why the heck would he even listen to you? Especially if this was a reaction to a video that was made 4 years ago.
Your shipment of fail has been delivered, CsBob447. Take it. It's all yours. You used Darkwing Duck to attack me in your video. Don't deny it. You did. You just like to use him to intimidate, like Super Godzilla 12 used to use Godzilla to intimidate people he disagreed with. And that is a logical fallacy known as appeal to force, argumentum ad baculum, in which you threaten or intimidate those who disagree with you or don't do as you say. That is fallacious because the threat of force does not necessarily prove the conclusion to be correct.
You know, is it just me, or is this guy throwing random words around out of context to sound smarter than he actually is?
The threat could be either physical or psychological. In this case, it was psychological since it was a fictional character, and it was very nasty of you. So I'm going to have my color clawfish destroy Darkwing Duck to protect me from your nastiness, because I don't respond well to threats. And also, ConfusedMatthew made it not in 2008, which is 5 years ago.
Wait, he not made it in 2008? Grammar? The fuck is that?
But he still isn't over his hatred of his vendetta against Lion King. Because, what's more, he's planning a second Lion King review with the exact same bullshit arguments and prejudices as his first Lion King review, just rehashing it, claiming to clarify and address common objections when it doesn't. So he isn't over it. And he thinks just it's okay for him to not listen to the criticisms he's received. Well, I've listened to some criticism recently.
Which is why comments are up for approval.
But ConfusedMatthew is just a stubborn, willfully ignorant pomp. Let me tell you a somewhat similar problem to ConfusedMatthew's Lion King review, which is much older, which is many years ago, and many years before ConfusedMatthew's Lion King review. And it is a heinous website that exists for no other purpose but to smear Star Trek and its fans. CsBob447, I don't know if you've heard of this website. It's called StarDestroyer.net, which does appear to be a typical Star Wars fan website, but under closer scrutiny, it exists for no other purpose but to smear Star Trek and all those who enjoy it.
Look, I may not be a fan of Star Trek, but I can certainly tell you this. This is Star Trek. This is Star Wars.
Any questions?
And has some Star Wars versus Star Trek essays accusing Star Trek of racism and communism that were written in 2000 and 2001. And this website has been set up in the late 90s, but it's still a serious problem to this day, and it's still harassing Star Trek fans for fun. And sadly, most YouTube Star Wars fans are from this website.
Well, thank God you don't have any evidence to support your claim, because for a second there, I might have believed you.
2. Getting over it. The video that he made was, I'm thinking, over a year now. It's re-uploaded, so I'm not really that sure. And the incident between you and him, again, is mostly dead. So, if you're probably gonna get a reaction out of him, he's more than likely going to ignore you. 3.
You do have to realize that that video took a one-shot commentary on your one-shot commentary I'm commentating on was created before.
You know, as riveting as this dialogue is, it goes on for a tad too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip over it.
Bare tits do not make your video. Oh, I'm pretty sure first that's happened to someone upon your video won't even think that that's hot enough. Sailor Squidward would be very disappointed in you, mister.
CsBob447, with that last point, you need to grow the fuck up.
Unlike me.
Dog man, a serious dog man. His head was not shaped like that of a bear. How could you misinterpret it like that? And that's a reason for that your shipment of fail has been delivered, CsBob447. In fact, for your whole video, with the exception of pointing out that Super Godzilla 12 has quit on me, which I'm glad he had.
You know, for a guy who claims he can take a joke, you sure are getting pretty agitated about this one joke.
But other than that, with your scare tactics with Darkwing Duck, it has been delivered. You just wanted to intimidate me. Yeah, I think deep down inside you might want me to respect ConfusedMatthew's opinion on the Lion King, even if you yourself don't agree with it. Well, that's never going to happen. And the fact of the matter is, I wasn't saying he was going to listen to me. I just wanted him to stop spreading his bullshit, and for him to shut the fuck up and leave Lion King fans alone. We already heard his complaints. And that is why I have warned him in some of my recent videos, like his war against the Lion King and my ultimatum to his fanboys on this channel, that he has to call it off while he still can and not make his second Lion King review that he's threatening to make.
Oh, thank God the video's over. Now I can state my final thoughts. Well, to start off, this video went on for way too friggin' long. I mean, not only did he drag out his points for an unnecessary amount of time, but Really? Why did this need to be a 13-minute commentary on a one-shot that went on for 2 minutes? And normally I don't have a problem with people making long commentaries like this, as long as there is an attempt to entertain the audience. But with this video, I don't see that. And another thing he did, the video he chose to commentate on was more than 6 months old, so at this point it's not even relevant anymore. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been AzumangaDiohFan signing out.